All right, we are live, so welcome to the live fight companion for Deep Jewels number 33. If you've already ordered the event right now, they are on the second preliminary amateur bout between Sena and Asumi Komatsuzaki. I believe that's what fight is going on right now. So I don't know anything about these two ladies, so it's amateurs, but they haven't started the full event yet. Posted a link up if you want to watch it, and it is pay-per-view. It's like $27, so not free, but hardly, you know, UFC prices either, because this is, you know, hardly a UFC event. So right now we got an amateur bout. Sena versus Asumi Komatsuzaki. Second of the two amateur bouts. But right now, just relaxing. Going to wait a few minutes, see if more people come in for the start of the event. The chat is open if you have any comments you want to leave. Right now, one fighter just ended the first of 2 3-minute rounds. One of the fighters was in half guard. Looks like, I think Sena was in side control of Komatsuzaki. So we've got another person joining us. Welcome to the stream. Second of 2 amateur bouts going on right now. So they haven't started the full show yet. That doesn't start for another, well, as soon as this bout's over, pretty much. There are only two round fights at 3 minutes each. So as soon as the second round's over, the full event should start. But plenty of time. Go get a drink. Go get some popcorn, cookies, whatever you like to eat. I'm checking emails. I got an email today from the UFC for last minute Father's Day gifts. How hilarious. How goofy is that? Like, I'm going to buy my dad some UFC stuff. Overpriced UFC gear. Probably should get him a freaking hot dog brander, right? It's probably the most famous single piece of merchandise the UFC ever releases, that hot dog brander. I'm going to go ahead and tweet this out. Tweet out the stream. Oh, looks like Asumi Komatsuzaki got the win there. Don't know. I missed it. I was on Twitter. I'm going to get I'm going to put another link in the comments. That is if you want to follow the play-by-play on print as well. in case I missed something. That's to MMA Rising. That's run by a gentleman named Robert Sargent. He does very good coverage of JMMA events, particularly the ladies' events. So that is it for the 2 amateur bouts at the bottom of the card. So they should be starting the main card in a couple of minutes here. But should be a good one. Very much looking forward to it. As soon as they start the introductions and stuff, I will go over the. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it now. So we got a really good card coming up here. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bouts total. Pro MMA bouts total for the evening. On the broadcast there, they're showing, I don't know who the male broadcaster is, but the female is Hishinuma Matsu. She's a Deep Jewels atomweight fighter. Ooh. Okay. But on this fight card, first up are going to be the 2 semifinals for the Deep Jewels Atomweight Grand Prix. First up is going to be Shiyu Park versus Saori Oshima. This is a rematch from back in December where Park won via unanimous decision. And then in the other side, we have Hikaru Aono taking on Nisei Mizuki Oshiro. Now, Nisei actually lost her quarterfinal bout, but because the other semifinalist, Aya Murakami, dropped out due to illness, Nisei was allowed to step back in. That basically eliminated her. Nisei and Emito Matsu were supposed to be in the tournament reserve bout, so that basically eliminated the reserve bout. Then once the finals get decided, or the semifinals are decided, we have a ladies lightweight bout. Sayaka Juicy Hishinuma taking on Chan Zee. This is actually a rematch too. They fought each other in an amateur event just a couple months ago. And then we have a strawweight bout. Shoko Fujita taking on Hime. Now, Fujita missed weight by 400 grams, so roughly a pound. And she is basically in a no-win situation here. The best she can do is to get a finish, and she would be granted a no contest. The bout will be declared no contest. If she can't win a decision, if it goes to decision, it is automatically going to Hime, no matter what. I mean, she could beat up Hime for 2 straight rounds in 10 minutes, and Hime would still be declared the winner. These weight miss penalties over in Japan are no joke, not to be taken lightly. Of course, if Hime wins the bout, then she wins anyway. But the best Fujita can hope to do is to get a finish and have the bout to be declared a no contest. Then we have a 51-kilogram catchweight bout. Otoha Nagao taking on Ero Takebayashi. Takebayashi made her pro debut back on Ryzen on New Year's Eve. Got submitted in the first round by Sakura. However, that bout was declared a no contest because Sakura missed weight. Otoha Nagao, much more experienced fighter, but these two are like the same age. They're 18 years old. Takebayashi just turned 18 yesterday, or Saturday, really, in Japan. And Otoha just turned 18 like 4 months ago. So very young. Then we have a flyweight bout. Yukari Nabe taking on Arami. Yukari Nabe should be able to take this one fairly easily, but Arami, she's game. Always game. She's going to be undersized here at flyweight. She primarily fights at strawweight. Probably would be her best weight, or atom weight. She'll be undersized here, but I think she'll put up a good fight as long as she can. Then will be the strawweight championship. Miki Motono taking on Seika Izawa. Motono the champion, Izawa the challenger. Another rematch here. they fought back in December at Deep Jewels 31, if I remember correctly, in a non-title bout. And Izawa won via decision in what was considered a bit of an upset. And then the final bout will be for the finals of the Deep Jewels Atomweight tournament. And that, of course, will be decided earlier in the evening. And I'll take these down real quick. So they're doing the fighter intros. Here comes Park Shiu. Sorry, Oshima. Nope, here comes Nisei now. And then Hikaru Aono. So that's your 4 semifinalists for the Atomweight Grand Prix. Comes Shoko Fujita. Or no, this is Chan Zee, one of the lightweight fighters. It was Juicy. Now here comes Ero Takebayashi. Now Otoa Nagao. Here comes Hime. Hime sporting some rainbow colors in her hair. Here comes Shoko Fujita. And now Arami, who will most likely be undersized here. That should be good. Nabe, Seika Izawa, the challenger in the strawweight championship bout. And Miki Motono, your strawweight champion, looking to defend her title for the first time. So we're going to have Izawa speak for a second here. So just a reminder, the stream is open, or the chat is open for the stream. And we are still doing the contest giveaway for a chance to win the Remix Women's World Fighting Championship DVD. You have to answer the question correctly in the chat. Let's see. Invicta FC1 was held on April 28th, 2012. However, the first women's MMA event was held 17 years earlier in 1995. Name that event. First person to answer correctly in the chat will get the DVD. I'll send it out come Monday. Looks like they're giving the fighters little balls. They're probably going to throw them out into the audience. Let's see what they do with these. Yep, they're all throwing them out into the audience, which is a limited audience due to, you know, the coup. They had limited tickets to this, so, but I think they sold out. Like the tickets that were available all sold out, so that's good. So fighters will make their way back to continue warming up. While we wait on the Atomweight Grand Prix semifinals to start. Of course, this graphic I have up here is outdated because Murakami's out and Nisei's in, but they never gave like an updated version of this one. At least not that I could find. Oh, VTRs, these are little VTR here. These are some of the best parts of Deep Jewels because these are like usually amazingly high quality, like well done considering how Deep Jewels acts on, you know, like a more limited budget compared to like Ryzen and stuff. Got the Blue Dash in the chat. I think Aono might be getting a free pass to finals due to her new opponent. Nisei is not the strongest opponent. Neither was Murakami going to be either. But yeah, I think she's definitely a favorite in the semifinals to make it in. But yeah, I mean my picks are Aono versus Park in the finals, but I'm not going to underestimate Saori Oshima either. This is a really nice VTR that they're doing. I don't want to put that sound on too loud. I don't want to get, you know, flagged or anything. But I'm going back and forth on the same screen between browser windows rather than watch the stream watch the event on my iPad again. But I did put those links up in the chat. The first one is to purchase the event. You can also purchase Deep 101st Impact. All right, so we're going to the first bout here. Saori Oshima taking on Chiyu Park. There's a reversed, whatever. But yeah, the first link I put up in the chat is if you want to watch the event live. The second link is to a live play-by-play blog thread, what have you. Tell me one. Okay. So if you want to go check that out as well, if you can't purchase the event and you don't want to just listen to me, you wanted to read along as well, go check out MMArising.com and they'll have the live play-by-play and results. Also, if you fall asleep and wake up later and want to, you know, check out the results without having to go through this entire stream again, you can do that as well. But Saori Oshima making her way to the cage right now. Let me bring up the stats here. Of course, Tapology has these all out of order. Saori Oshima is 26 years old. She has a record of 4-2, coming off a win in the quarterfinals over Emi Tomomatsu. The only finish in the quarterfinals. She stands all of 4 feet 11 inches, 149 centimeters tall. She's fairly short. Judy V in the chat. Good evening. What you can say over my dogs. So that is the correct date, Judy. But what is the event? I'm sorry to hear about your daughter. I hope she's okay. We'll miss you, but go take care of family. That's the most important thing. I don't think I'll get too many people that I won't be able to handle the duties. But if I will say this, if no one else gets even close to the answer, then you got at least the correct date. So I will give you points for that. So Shiyu Park now making her way to the cage. She is 29 years old. She's just shy of her 30th birthday. About a month shy, or no, actually just a few days shy of her 30th birthday. She stands 5 feet 2 inches tall, 157 centimeters. So she's the tallest of the fighters left in the Grand Prix. Ladies Legend Pro Wrestling L1. Phil Anderson just beating out Judy. Congrats, Phil. Good job, Phil Anderson. Congrats. Only beat Judy out by like a minute. So I'll tell you what, I've got 2 copies. I'm going to send each one of you a copy. Let me message me on Twitter at NowWMMA or on Instagram at LETO1776. All right, the fight's getting started. They're in the center of the cage. Park's taking a more upright stance there. Little crouched, but already Oshima has to stand over her. Or Oshima rather has to punch up to hit her. Oshima just whiffed on her first takedown attempt there. Oshima backing Park up with a couple jabs. Low kick lands for Park. Oshima coming in with some punches. She is coming out aggressive. Ladies Legend Pro. Oh my. Oshima come. Ooh, nice left hand there lands for Oshima. Kick to the body lands for Oshima. Oshima coming out. She wants this tournament win. Park being a little cautious here, but it's still early in the round. And she's got 2 rounds to, you know, make a statement, but she's got to be careful. And Oshima going for a takedown, doesn't quite get it. Park on top, lands some punches from on top, and now says she's standing over. Isn't quite ready to let her up, but the referee's going to make Oshima stand up. They're back to their feet in the center of the cage. Left, right lands for Park. Oshima coming forward with some punches. I think one of them landed. Low kick whiffs for Shiyu Park. Ooh, left hand lands for Park that drops Oshima. And she's on top looking to land some ground and pound, but Oshima going for an armbar now. This is dangerous. Park is in dangerous territory here with Oshima going for an armbar. It looks to be in deep. Park has her arm bent, and she is trying very hard to not let it get straightened out. Oshima has it straightened out, and Oshima taps Park out in the first round. She went belly down and got the tap. Wow. Wow, Oshima with the first round upset. Why did Park go to the ground with her? Wow, Saori Oshima, first round submission. Upset. Park was largely considered the favorite. That was who I picked as well. Damn, all those months in Japan too. Damn. Wow, that was fast. That was a good fight. Yeah, first round. Yeah, it was impressive. Saori Oshima moving on to the finals. I think she has a good chance against Takeru Aono too. Wow. Wow. Yeah. So Saori Oshima going to the finals. All right. So Phil, I got your address. Thank you. So next up, we're moving to Hikaru Aono versus Nisei. I got to tweet out the result here. In the first. Deep Jules, hashtag WMMA. Atomweight. Atomweight month. All right, so get that tweeted out here real quick. We'll get back into the fight. So Nisei making her way to the cage right now. If you are not familiar with Nisei, she's an exciting little fighter. Not the greatest. Her full name is Mizuki Oshiro. She is 25 years old. Trains out of Sogo Kakutoki Dojo Toshin, according to Tapology. And stands 4 feet, 11 inches, 151 centimeters tall. 151 centimeters. I think that makes her the shortest. Oh, nope, that makes her the second shortest fighter in this tournament, or in the semifinals. Saori Oshima is short, like a centimeter or two shorter. So now we got Hikaru Aono making her way to the cage. Hikaru Aono is 28 years old. Trains out of Strapple Shinyurigaoka, according to Tapology. She stands 5 feet even, 152 centimeters, and she is a wrestler and has a record of 7-4 to Oshiro's record of 2-3. So Blue Dash says if Oshima has sub skills like this, could be dangerous for Aono, even if she gets the takedowns. So yeah, Charlie Jewett on Twitter at CJ's Report just mentioned that now means Oshima has the only 2 finishes of the Grand Prix, because she had the lone finish in the quarterfinals as well against Emi Tomomatsu with a Kimura. Here comes Aono moving forward on Nisei. Nisei blocks the first takedown. Aono just totally predictable, just going for naked takedowns, like not even trying to hide it. Nisei goes around the back. She has a body lock on Aono. Could Nisei pull the upset here? Nisei trying to take standing back take on Aono. This could be a night. This could be a crazy night. But nope. Nisei gets, or Aono gets Nisei down. Nisei falls off from the back and basically is trapped against the cage, and Aono gets her down. Aono now in, looks like half guard. Almost quarter guard. Aono trying to pass here, but Nisei trying to keep it at least to half guard. Now now Aono is, Aono passed the side control and then immediately passed to mount on Nisei. Aono looking like she might actually try to go for a finish here. She has the arm, she has one arm around Nisei. Oh, Nisei reverses. Now we got Nisei in the guard, and Aono going for the arm bar. Immediately throws it up. Aono has it stretched out, and she gets an arm bar. Hikaru Aono gets a finish for once. 2 first-round arm bars. That is nuts. This is nuts. These atomweights are coming for that strap. Man. Second semifinal bout. Second first-round armbar. That's Hikaru Aono finishes Nisei. So we're going to have Hikaru Aono versus Saori Oshima in the finals. There we go. And hey, Deep Jewel's not wasting any time. We're putting up the lightweight bout next. They're keeping things moving. They got a second event to do, so can't blame them. Wow, 2 first-round arm bars. That's one more finish than Invicta's Atomweight Phoenix tournament had 2 weeks ago. So they've already doubled. Actually, if you count the tournament as a whole, they have 2 more finishes than Invicta's Atomweight tournament. So now it'll be interesting to see the final. So here is Chan Zee making her way to the cage. Now I saw some pictures of her leading up to the weigh-ins. It looked like she had lost a bit of weight. Maybe she was just trying to get in shape for the fight there, but it looked like she had lost some weight compared to her last fight. But now it's not looking, maybe it's just the outfit. I don't know. Looks like Chan Zee trains out of one of the Para Estra gyms. Let me go ahead and bring up the stats here. I don't know how much stats they have for this fight. Pretty much nothing. Chan Zee stands 5'6", 167 centimeters tall. No stats available for her opponent, Sayaka Juicy Hishinuma. But they are both making their pro debut. Juicy has the amateur win over Chan Zee 3 months ago. Chan Zee is actually, according to Tapology, 0-2 as an amateur. So we're waiting on Juicy Hishinuma to make her way into the cage. All right, getting ready for the start of this lightweight bout. Right, Chan Zee runs out, takes the center of the cage. Juicy misses on a kick, low kick, and Chan Zee takes the opportunity to drive her to the cage for the clinch. Chan holding Juicy up against the cage right now. He has double underhooks. Actually doesn't body lock there. But Juicy manages to escape the position. Now she is on the outside of the clinch. against the cage. She's got one underhook fighting for the second, and she's got the better head position too. But, ooh, nice punch there off the break. Juicy lands another punch as they move out towards the center of the cage again. Chan Zee, big height advantage. She misses a couple punches, lands one on Juicy, but Juicy getting the better of the striking game. Some knees to the gut of Chan from Juicy there. This is that lightweight blue dash. Lightweight. Juicy on the outside, landing some shots to the stomach of Chan. She's the shorter, and she seems to have the better leverage. Juicy doing some dirty boxing to the body of Chan. Chan gets on the outside now, reverses position. But she's just not very good at all. Isn't really doing anything with this position. And Juicy ends up reversing again, throws a shot up high, and now going to the gut of Chan with some punches. She gets a leg behind Chan trying to go for a sweep, but gives up on it pretty quick. We got a referee separation here. So we're back to the center. Kick lands for Chan. She's driving Juicy back with some punches, but Juicy throws back with a big overhand right. Ooh, another big overhand right lands for Juicy. Chan trying to chase Juicy down, landing some shots up high, but this is just so sloppy. They're both missing on kicks. They're missing on some punches. Now they're clinching up again. Juicy has Chan up against the cage. Probably gonna Juicy trying to go for a hip toss, possibly. She might get it. I don't think so, though. Nope. Oh, she gets it. Juicy hip tosses Chan to the cage. And Chan manages to get into a half guard. But Chan trying to escape out the side here, but nope. Juicy passes to side control. Juicy now fully inside control on top, landing some more shot hammer fist to the belly of Chan. Juicy moving to north-south. Let's see what she'll do here with north-south. Chan just holding on for dear life at this point. Chan now moving to the other side. She's got Juicy in a scarf hold. Nope, gives that up, goes back to just regular side control. Chan trying to turn in. She's going to try to she gets back into half guard. But nope. Juicy, she's still got her leg trapped. And Juicy's out, back into side control again. Landing some hammer fist to the belly. Now hammer fist to the head of Chan Zee. Juicy now standing over Chan. Got to be careful. Got to watch for them up kicks. She doesn't want to get Janae Hardinged. Chan going for a leg of Juicy. As Juicy stands over her. And the referee, he says, no, that's enough. Let's stand this up. We got 4 people watching. The chat is open. We've already had the winner declared for the contest. Juicy gets another hip toss and is now in the scarf hold position here. Chan in serious trouble. She's trying to straighten out that arm of Chan's. But Juicy landing some punches to the face of Chan from the scarf hold position. And Juicy gets Mount to land a few punches just before the end of the round. So I'm not sure. They're not putting up a clock graphic, so I'm going to take a second and see if I can grab one of my stopwatches so we can at least keep track of the time here. I'll be right back. All right, so we're back, getting ready for the second round. I got my stopwatch. We'll be able to at least keep track of how much time is left. All right, start of the second round of this lightweight contest. By the way, all of the bouts except for the strawweight championship will only be 2 rounds. Another takedown for Juicy, straight into trying to get into the scarf hold position again. Chan Zee in trouble already, barely 20 seconds into the second round. So Chan Zee Juicy has Chan Zee firmly in the scarf hold position. But she's going to look. She passes to mount. Juicy in mount. Chan Zee in trouble. Juicy trying to rain down punches. Chan trying to get out of it, but Juicy's on top of her, landing punches from on top. Chan is in serious trouble. Juicy manages to get Juicy off of her, but Juicy's still inside control, raining down some punches. A lot of them are missing, though. A lot of them are missing. Oh, Chan starts to get up. Juicy grabs a guillotine, pulls her down, moves back to mount. And Chan just eating some more punches to the face here, trying to block him. But Chan's still in serious trouble. That is it. About 1:31 seconds. Chan Zee wins by TKO in the second round. Or no, I'm sorry. Juicy finishes Chan Zee. Is that what I said? Can't remember. But Juicy Hishinuma, your winner, beats Chan Zee for the second time, but this time as a pro. As I said earlier, the first time was in the amateurs. So Sayaka Juicy Hishinuma now 1-0 as a pro. Chan Zee falls to 0-1. Now the big question here is, what does Deep Jewels do with 2 lightweights? 2 lightweight ladies in Japan. What do they do with them? I don't know. No idea what Deep Jewels is going to be able to do with these 2 ladies. I mean, when they announced this, they actually had like a little announcement thread on their website because of this being a rare, like they even said, the rare ladies lightweight bout coming to Deep Jewels 33. So, yeah, I mean, it makes you ask the question, what do they do with these 2 ladies now? Who do they face next? Deep Jewels 33. So, yeah, I mean, so we got 4 people watching the stream. We got 4 likes. Thank you very much. So they go straight to the next bout. That is the question. The next bout is going to be a strawweight bout. Shoko Fujita taking on Hime. Oh, a little bit out of order here. They're going to the 51 kilogram bout. Otowa Nagao taking on Takebayashi. This is at 51 kilos. So we'll have to see. Takebayashi now making her way to the cage. Let's bring up the stats for this 51 kilogram catchweight bout. Takebayashi, 18 years, 1 day old. So just turned 18. She stands 5 feet 3 inches, 160 centimeters tall. She has a pro record of 0-0 with 1 no contest. Her pro debut, she got submitted via rear naked choke in the first round in her debut back at Ryzen on New Year's Eve. However, because her opponent missed weight, it was declared a no contest. Looks like she was 3-0 as an amateur. Yep, 3-0 as an amateur. 1 split decision. The next 2 fights by finish in the second round, each of them. And she fights out of Sotokai Mimura Dojo. So here comes her opponent now, Otoha Nagao. Otoha is 18 years old and 4 weeks, or 18 years, 4 weeks old. Has a pro record of 4-3. She's coming off a win over Mika Sakamoto 5.5 months ago. She stands 5 feet 2 inches tall, 158 centimeters. And she was originally scheduled to take part in the Atomweight Grand Prix, but had to bow out due to injury. So she was like scheduled for the quarterfinals and had to bow out even before then. So here she is fighting in a 51-kilogram bout. That's about 112 pounds. All right, we got 7 people in the stream. The chat is open. By the way, congrats to Phil Anderson and Judy V, both who got the correct answer on the contest for the Remix Women's World Fighting Championship DVD. They'll both be receiving a copy. I'll have to order myself a new one. The question was, name the first women's MMA event held 17 years before Invicta FC 1. Invicta FC 1 was held on April 28, 2012. The first women's MMA event was held 17 years earlier in 1995, and it was the LLPW, or Ladies Legends Pro Wrestling Ultimate L1 Tournament. So congrats to Phil Anderson, and I'm going to send one to Judy V as well. So we've got started here on the first round. I missed the start time, but they're both circling. Looks like Otoa on the outside a little bit. Otoa lands a low kick. It whiffs on some punches. Ducked by Otoa. Overhand right lands for Otoa. Low kick there for Eru. Some more punches. Eru Takebayashi, very aggressive here. But Otoa misses on a takedown. And these two are going at it too. Takebayashi with some knees to the belly. Otoa Nagao jumps guard. And Takebayashi standing over top of her, not trying to get stuck, but she's got to be careful here. She's got to be careful. This is how Shiyu Park got trapped earlier. And it looks like Otoa might be going for an armbar here. Got to be careful standing over someone in guard like that. Yep, Otoa Nagao. She has an arm, but she hasn't swung over for the armbar. She looks like she could possibly go for the triangle here. But, Takebayashi keeping Otoa stacked up here, but she's still trapped by Otoa. Now Otoa stretching out the arm, going for the arm bar. She's got it in. I don't think she has it in deep, though. It's not deep enough. I think looks like Takebayashi has the elbow out. So Takebayashi not in danger of getting tapped, but this is still going to hurt. Otoa is still trying, though. This can still be dangerous, though, because she is trying to bend that forearm of Takebayashi. Because I think the elbow's out. But this is how Tim Sylvia got his arm broken by Frank Mir back in the day. But Takebayashi out now and standing over top of Otoa, trying to pass the guard. If I were Takebayashi, I'd just let Otoa back up. But I think she wants to work to show off her ground skills here. So Takebayashi standing over Otoa, working to pass the guard. Got to be careful, though. Couple punches land for Takebayashi from up top. Otowa stands back up. Now she's got the clinch on Takebayashi against the cage. Landing a knee. Ooh, nice knee there landed for Otowa, but they're separated again. And this stream is going a little crazy for me. Another knee lands there for Takebayashi in the clinch. And a punch to the gut for Takebayashi. This has been a good first round. Been nonstop. Punch lands for Takebayashi. Otowa going for another takedown. Gets stuffed by Takebayashi. So Takebayashi now has the back of Otowa. Otowa turtling up, though, pretty good. Takebayashi has no hooks in, and she's very high on the back of Otowa and has both wrists trapped. So Otowa in a fairly safe position right now, but she rolls with it. Now Takebayashi, she's got the hooks in on the back of Otowa, looking for the rear naked choke. And there goes the bell to end the first round. Otowa in danger there at the end of the first with Takebayashi on her back, looking for the rear naked choke. Seriously. So both fighters back in their corner, getting iced down, cooled down. Still at the 51-kilogram catchweight bout between Otowa and the much less experienced Ero Takebayashi. Kick there lands for Otowa, but Takebayashi coming forward with some punches. Knee lands for Takebayashi, but returned by Otowa. They're both circling each other, somewhat in the middle of the cage there. Takebayashi keeping a high guard. Otowa's got about a middle guard going. Let's see. Still circling a little bit. Not much action going on in the second round so far. Takebayashi kind of stalking Otowa, but exchange of low kicks there. Takebayashi comes forward. Oh, Takebayashi barely misses on a spinning high kick. Now has Otowa in the clinch and lands a few knees. She had the tie plum on Otowa. Now Otowa pushing Takebayashi to the fence. Looks like Takebayashi might be bleeding from her nose a little bit. But Otowa landed some knees to the thigh of Takebayashi against the fence. But Takebayashi, she just reversed it. So, but Otowa breaks. Oh, Takebayashi with a high kick. Another knee. But Otowa trying to go for a takedown here. Looking like she's going to try to hip toss her. Or possibly trip her. Takebayashi, ooh, okay, she gets out of it. She was in trouble. She was in danger of getting taken down. But Takebayashi got a nosebleed going on. Exchanging some low kicks right now. Nice right hand lands for Takebayashi, but returned by Otowa. Takebayashi coming forward with her strikes, but she's being a little wild with her punches. Her punches are missing a lot, but she's landing in the clinch. So Takebayashi has Otowa clinched up against the cage, landing some dirty boxing. Otowa gets the trip or gets the hip toss, and now is in side control of Takebayashi. But Takebayashi, if she has one hook in around the back of Otowa, so if Takebayashi can get her head out, and she does. Takebayashi now on the back of Otowa. Again threatening Otowa in the second round. Takebayashi on the back of Otowa Nagao. Gotta remember, everyone, these two are only 18 years old, very young. Otowa already has 7 fights to her credit. But Takebayashi looking for that rear naked choke. She's under the chin. Takebayashi under the chin with the rear naked choke on Otowa Nagao. But she can't get the second arm locked in. She's got it locked in. She's under the chin. She's got it locked in. Can she get it? Can she get the choke? Can she get the choke? Both hooks in under the arm, under the neck with the arm. She's trying. She can't get it locked up. Like she has it under the chin, but she can't get choke locked up. Otowa is fighting off the wrists. But still, Otowa Nagao in serious danger right now. If Takebayashi can get her left arm free, Otowa reaching over to hit the head of Takebayashi, but she's still in trouble. If Takebayashi can get her left arm free to complete the choke, Otowa is in serious trouble. Either way, Otowa probably got to be winning in the minds of the judges right now. But Takebayashi's still on the back of Otowa. Otowa trying to get up, but Takebayashi's still on her back. This second round is going on forever. Takebayashi seriously threatening with the choke now. She's got it in. She's got the choke in. I think they made it to the end of the round. Yeah, that was the end of the round. Ero Takebayashi almost finishing Otowa Nagao. This is going to the judges. This could go either way. I mean, Otowa had a better first round than a second, but Takebayashi had a very strong finish in the second, end to the second round. So we're going to the judges. The judges awarded to Ero Takebayashi. I think from the sounds of it, they might have been a 3-way draw. And the thing is, Deep Jewels does not allow draws, so they go with a must decision. The Blue Dash asks, does Deep do round by round scoring, or do they judge the fight overall like Ryzen 1? So they do round by round scoring. One thing though about Deep Jewels that I was just trying to explain, they do not allow draws, because otherwise, with mostly having 2-round fights, they'd have a ton of draws. So they have what they call a must decision, where if the judge decides it's a draw, he must pick a winner of the fight, which is, I'm not a big fan. I'm not a fan of that rule at all. I'm not a fan of the ladies only fighting 2 rounds as professionals. You know, and it's been like this in Japan, and it's like this in some of the promotions in Korea. It's been like this for years, almost 20 years now. Excuse me. And then like in the late aughts, in the late 2000s, when Elite XC was around and they had Gina Carano, they had like 3-minute rounds. They had like 3 rounds, but it was like 3-minute rounds. All right, so it looks like they're headed to intermission. Either that or it's technical troubles. I'm not sure. Either way, it looks like I've got to keep you guys entertained. Blue Dash says, I think they should do a 3rd round if it's a draw instead. I agree fully. They should definitely do a 3rd round. I don't know. I think it's definitely some sexist reasons why they do it, and I don't like to, you know, call sexism and I don't like to accuse. You know, I'm not a feminist or anything, but I definitely think the ladies should fight 3 5-minute rounds. Yeah, me too, Phil. It was stupid because you couldn't get anything done in 3 minutes. You can't. Not in MMA. You got to have 5-minute rounds. Or do like Pride. They had like 10, 5, 5. And then their Bushido shows, they had like 10 and then 5. They only had 2 rounds. The first round was 10 minutes. 10 minutes is a long time, though. That's like a marathon round. So it appears that they are on an intermission. So while we are on intermission, 2 rounds is just not nothing general. There's been so many fights. Yeah, yeah, and again, if you only have 2-round fights, guess what? One fighter A wins the first round, fighter B wins the second round, then you got a draw. And then in Deep Jewels, they have to decide, well, who won? This one wins. It's goofy. That's how they do it. So while we're waiting on this intermission, Deep had 2 events yesterday, or technically it's already Sunday there. They had 2 events on Saturday. First up, they had Deep Tokyo Impact first round and then Deep Tokyo Impact second round. 2 separate events. For the first round of fights, they had a microweight bout, 97 pounds. And Reina Kobayashi here on the right defeated Kyoka via decision. I think both of them are making their pro debut. And then in the second fight, Taya on the right-hand side there defeated Marina Kumagai via armbar submission. So a lot of armbars going on in Japan right now. Those were the only 2 ladies bouts on those 2 cards. Well, those were the only 2 pro ladies bouts on those 2 cards. They also had 2 ladies amateur fights as well, but we're not going to worry about amateur cards. So I don't really follow Zest, but I know about them. I think they're like trying to make a bit of a comeback. Most of their fights 2 rounds, almost. Yeah, you get a lot of draws. You know who also had a lot of draws, even though they had like 3-round fights. Shudo used to have a lot of draws, even though they had 3-round fights. But that's because like their ranking system, like Shudo treats it like they are like a boxing commission with their own ranking systems and everything. And they would book the fights based on their ranking systems. And they used to have a ton of draws as well. And so, yeah, Shudo had a lot of draws, but it wasn't because of only 2 rounds. Yeah. Yeah, the Zest fighters, they had a lot of draws. What else went down this weekend? So there was UFC. Well, let me see. Today, we had Octagon 25. And Marta Volacek defeated Rizlan Zoak by decision. I had a clear 2-1 decision too, maybe even 3-1 or 3-0, 3 rounds to Volacek. Zoak did not like the decision though, and someone who speaks either Czech or Slovak on, I think, the Sherdog forums said Zoak even implied racism, which, come on. And then at strawweight, the previous bout was at bantamweight. At strawweight, Monika Koklikova defeated Julia Canelo via decision. Absolute beatdown in the stand-up by Monika Koklikova. Just walloped on Julia Canelo. Actually scored a 30-25 scorecard on one judge. The other 2 had it, I think, 30-27. But 30-25. I'll tell you what, Koklikova, she made her pro debut at Atomweight in Bellator like earlier this year, or maybe late last year. It was last year, and won via Scorpion Crunch against that Jade Durand. But now she moved up to strawweight, won her second bout, got put in some trouble spots on the ground by Canelo, who was finally able to get her down, I think, in the 3rd round. But even on her back, you know, Koklikova kept a close guard and just started beating on Canelo with her elbows and punches. Just did not stop with the offense, even working off of her back. And then Casey O'Neill defeated Lara Procopio via technical submission, choked her out in the UFC earlier tonight. Pretty dominant win for Casey O'Neill. And then Verna Jandiroba defeated Kanako Murata via, I guess, TKO due to doctor stoppage. I didn't actually slept through this one. I slept through, a good bit of the UFC card. I came home and just passed out. Let me see what the official result is on this one. Doctor stoppage at the end of the 2nd round. Apparently, Murata's arm got pretty messed up in the 1st round from a belly down armbar. So hopefully it's nothing too serious and they'll be able to reset it without surgery or anything. So Murata taking a hurting. Still waiting to see what's going on with Deep Jewels. I don't know if this is an intermission or if they were having streaming trouble. They were having streaming trouble during the last fight. Like it was getting a little wonky. Phil Anderson asking, who are your favorite MMA fighters? So for the ladies, I'm a huge fan of Sahi Ham. Have been since her debut. I like Tisha Torres, Esparza. Who else do I like? I like Ayaka Hamasaki. In the flyweights, who do I like in the flyweights? I like Juliana Velasquez when she actually does stuff. Oh, who else do I like at flyweight? I like Alejandra Lara. Bantamweights. Oh, I like, big fan of Alexa Grasso. I like at bantamweight. I like Aldana, of course. Nunes. How do you not like Nunes? Who else is there at bantamweight? That's about it. At featherweight, I like. What was her name? And I just used her name as an insult earlier. Janae Harding, I like Janae Harding at featherweight, and Leah McCourt. They had a pretty good fight at Bellator a few weeks ago. So that covers all of them. For the guys, I like Korean Zombie. Glad he got a win tonight. I like Alexei Oleinik at heavyweight. I'm upset that he lost tonight. Disappointed. I don't follow the guys nearly as much. I like Covington just for being a goofball and trash talking. I wish he would not say some of the stuff that he says, though. Who else do I like? Flyweight, I like Brandon Moreno. I liked Moreno back when he was on The Ultimate Fighter, so. Really glad he did well. Who else do I like? A lot of Korean fighters I follow because I spent some time stationed over there and I got, deep into the scene over there and still follow a lot of Korean fighters. I have to go down like some rankings list and stuff. But the stun gun, Dong Hyun Kim, one of my all-time favorite fighters. Of course, GSP, Bisping, a lot of the great fighters. A lot of fighters that are retired now, like Rich Franklin. I was a big Rich Franklin fan. Looks like they're getting going again. All right, they're getting started with Shoko Fujita versus Hime. Might be it looks like it was an intermission. Yeah, Zombie did look great tonight. Phil Anderson says he likes aggressive too. I wish he fought more up. Yeah, me too. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with her. I mean, she had a good win over Barber, got ranked in number 10. She's being called out by Katlyn Chukagian. That's a risky fight for Grasso. That is a high risk but high reward fight. Very high risk, but very high reward. So if she can beat Katlyn Chukagian, that'd be really great. That'd move her right into the top 5 probably real fast. So Hime making her way to the cage. Hime's full name is Namiko Kawabata. She is 1-0 as a professional. She stands 5 feet 3 inches, 160 centimeters, and fights out of Mori Dojo. Corvina Stalker, what's the status of one's Atomweight Grand Prix? You know about as much as I do, which is zilch. No update yet. Right now they are, one championship is at the whim of Singapore's government, and they are locked down because of COVID. Apparently the number of cases or number of positive tests per day went up past a certain amount, and they said, nope, canceling public events. A lot of these locations, particularly in Asia, that managed to escape COVID early on, are getting hit a little bit harder now. Back to favorite fighters. Karate Hottie, Michelle Watterson. I don't cheer for her as much as I used to, but when she was in Invicta at Atomweight, she was fun to watch. Pleasure to watch. Shoko Fujita in the cage now, though. 1-0 as a professional. She was like 1-3 as an amateur. Stands 5 feet 6 inches, 168 centimeters tall. I have no age available for either of these two fighters. And Fujita, of course, has that yellow card. She missed weight by 400 grams. The best Fujita can hope to do is to get a finish, and the fight will be declared a no contest. Otherwise, even if she were to win in dominant fashion, she's still going to get loose. It is a very stiff penalty for missing weight. sucks for Fujita. Fujita, by the way, trains out of Reversal Gym Shinjuku Mi-wi. Fujita with a jab. Hime with a kick. Fujita trying to keep Hime on the outside. Low kick lands for Fujita. Ooh, goes high with a kick, does Fujita. Hime trying to go for a flying knee, but doesn't really get anywhere close. Hime having a very unorthodox stance. Low kick lands for Hime. Throws a punch and tries to go for a takedown, but Fujita stopping it so far, but she has Fujita in a headlock, but Fujita is out of it so far, but could still get taken down from here. But note, Fujita now around the back of Hime, and she puts a hook in, standing, but she has the body lock and decides to let it go. Hime comes forward with a big overhand right. Another overhand right for Hime. So they are going. Fujita coming forward with some strikes. Another big right hand for Hime. Hime throwing with some heat. She says, I don't want to win this weak decision. She says, I'm trying to go for a finish. Hime with the headlock on Fujita. But Fujita has her pressed up against the cage, trying to fight this off. Hime trying to go for the hip toss. Good old head and arm throw. And Hime tried for it, but basically Fujita now ends up on top inside control. Hime still has the headlock on now, but now gives it up. Fujita inside control over Hime. The Brother Man says, "Sup, scene? What do you Deep 101 main event between Yoko versus King Reina?" So that's actually the co-main event. I'm going King Reina. Both of them are basically can crushers, but King Reina does have some decent wins on her resume. And if she's been taking her training as seriously as it appears, she could do very well. So Shoko Fujita now moving to knee on belly on Hime. The Hime fights it off with a high knee, but still Shoko Fujita has side control on Hime. Hime trying to grab her legs. Ooh, Hime wraps up Fujita with her legs. That is some flexibility there. So now Hime has Fujita's head trapped with her legs. Not quite an inverted triangle because she doesn't have an arm or anything. Thank you for the super chat, dear brother man. We got 5 people watching. Thank you all for tuning in. We're midway through this card. Ooh, looks like we got a scramble, and now Hime has the back of Shoko Fujita standing back take there basically. As Fujita stands up. Probably shouldn't have stood up, but has a better chance of might have a better chance of getting Hime off of her. But Hime going for that rear naked choke. She looks like she might be under the chin there. Standing rear naked for Hime, possibly. No, she's not quite under the chin. But she's still around the back. Doesn't have the hooks anymore. But she's still around the back of Fujita. So this is a major reversal of fortunes here for Hime. So Fujita now down on one knee. Hime still has still has back control. Trying to get in one hook, and there goes the end of the first round. So that was a big reversal of fortunes there for Hime, who was largely losing that first round. Big reversal of fortunes there. Don't know if it'll be enough to sway the judges. Again, to Brother Man, thank you for the super chat. If you go down to the description, you don't always have to super chat me. I take PayPal and what are the other two? Cash App and what's the other one? And Venmo. Because I haven't gotten any money yet from YouTube. I got to try to get a hold of someone. But you can make donations directly. You don't have to do the super chat, but I do appreciate it, so thank you. Any money I receive, it's basically going to go into my pay-per-view budget for the month. All right, start of the second round. Jab, high kick lands for Fujita. Fujita lands a second high kick, but Hime still coming forward. Kick to the body lands, but countered by Fujita or Hime. I'm getting these two confused. Fujita clinching Hime on against the cage. Hime grabbed the cage there for a second. It looks like Fujita trying to get Hime down to the ground. She breaks it off, goes back to the center of the cage now. Fujita kind of stalking Hime down a little bit, moving forward. Hime circling, looking for opportunities to counter. Jab lands for Fujita, but countered by Hime. Some more counters by Hime. Hime starting to find her timing there. So now she's moving forward on Fujita. And they reset. Low kick for Fujita, but countered by a punch from Hime. Right high kick lands for Fujita, but countered by a right hand from Hime. Hime's starting to get her timing down a little better. Fujita, I think she's starting to feel the pressure. She knows she's got to finish, or else she's going to take an L. Even if she gets a finish, it's a no contest. But better to have a no contest than an L. Ooh, nice low kick right hand there by Fujita, but Hime comes forward landing some punches. Now they're clinched up against the cage again. With Fujita trying to work around the back, but she breaks the clinch off. Hime trying to back her up. Hime still stalking, or excuse me, Fujita stalking Hime down. But honestly, Hime, her timing on the counters has gotten better as this fight has worn on. Kick to the body lands for Fujita. She lands another one, but a right hand lands for Hime. Hime comes forward, misses a right hand that Fujita ducks under. Trying to go for a back take here. Fujita now has the back of Hime. Lands some punches, breaks it off, lands a kick. Hime comes forward. Kick to the body lands for Fujita, but Hime coming forward, landing some punches. Hime finding a home for a lot of these punches. She's whiffing a lot, but she's finding a home for some of them too. Hime striking. Yeah, see, there we go. Another low kick thrown by Fujita, not followed up or started by anything, and Hime just starts coming forward on some punches with her. She can't just throw those low kicks like that without either setting them up or following them up. Clinch against the cage now. Fujita lands a knee to Hime. then breaks it off. Ooh, right hand stuns Fujita, backs her up. Fujita going for a takedown now and gets it straight into the side control of Hime. So Fujita now in side control over Hime. Gets knee on belly, starts to rain down punches, but it allows Hime to get to her knees and basically drives forward and stands up. Now Hime has Fujita clinched against the cage. Ooh, Hime coming forward with some more punches on Fujita. Last 10 seconds. And there goes the end of the second round. So this one's going to the judges. Now, we already know that Hime is going to win a decision no matter what. But even if it weren't for the penalty against Fujita, I would still probably have to give this one to Hime. So, yeah, that's it. So we're waiting on the official decision here. I don't know why they're tallying the scores because it don't really matter right now. We're going to the decision. And Hime wins. So Hime is your winner in the one of the two strawweight bouts tonight. Congratulations to her. Which means we move to one of the feature bouts, a flyweight bout between Yukari Nabe and Arami next. I'm going to tweet out real quick, tweet out the result. Really took it to her. Jules 33, hashtag Deep Jules, hashtag WMMA. All right, so we're going to the flyweight bout. Yukari Nabe taking on, Arami, Mika Arai. Let's take a look here. So Arami, Mika Arai making her way to the cage. She has a record of 5 wins and 5 losses, currently on a 2-fight skid. She is 27 years old, stands 5 feet 3 inches, 160 centimeters tall, and trains out of Miburo. And Arami is one of those fighters. She says she wants to be champion, but she also will take whatever fight she's offered. which shows because she's moved up as far as, I mean, she started out at atomweight and moved all the way up to bantamweight to take on Shizuka Sugiyama. So kind of hard to become a champion if you do that. It's not good career management if you want to become a champion one day. But I gotta give her credit. She has no martial arts background. Came into MMA off the street. I don't think she did it to get in shape. I forget what the story is on how she got started, but Arami has no martial arts background, and compared to Yukari Nabe, who actually went to university for judo. So she's been doing judo, I think, all of her life, and from Japan to Korea, went to a Korean university to study judo. You can actually, in countries like Japan and Korea, you can go to university for certain to study certain sports like that. All right, so we got the fighters' referee instructions under the way. And we are off for this flyweight bout. Yukari Nabe taking on Arami. Nabe coming off a win in her last fight after she took some time off. She had like an injury, had surgery, I think, or something, but ready to get back into it and really has to in a big way here. Deep Jules doesn't have like a flyweight championship or anything, so she's got to, make some noise, get some wins, and try to get noticed by a bigger show, possibly Ryzen or Bellator or Invicta or UFC. But Arami right now controlling the clinch, and she lets it go, moves back to the center. Don't forget, if you're watching and you haven't liked the stream yet, please give it a like. That helps the algorithm get going and draw more people to it. Nabe starting to back Arami up to the cage, cutting off the cage air a little bit. But Arami comes forward, and she now clinches again with Nabe, but Nabe easy toss to the ground, already to Arami. Arami trying to fight it off, though. She's actually doing a good job. Arami gets back up after getting taken down by the judoka Nabe. Left hand lands there for Arami, who is a southpaw. Could end up giving Yukari Nabe some troubles. Nabe pretty cautious, and Arami, tell you what, she's a smaller fighter. Doesn't have, well, she's about the same experience level, but doesn't, as far as fights go, number of fights goes, but Arami doing pretty well. So they're both clinched against the cage. They're trading some knees. Punch goes up high for Nabe. Knee to the thigh for Arami. Nabe gets back on the outside now, landing some knees. Oh, almost went low with that one. Referee warns Nabe. But Arami, she pulls guard or tries to pull guard. Went for a guillotine, but quickly gave it up. Reverses position here. She's now on the outside of the clinch, but she's got to be careful with Yukari Nabe. So Arami breaks it off, goes back to the center. Nabe follows her out. This freaking mosquito bite's killing me. So Nabe starting to stalk. Arami going for a single leg on Yukari Nabe. Gets the leg, drives Nabe to the cage, but gives up the leg. Now moving up high. Clinching Nabe against the cage. But Nabe, looks like Arami trained with, must have brought in a good judoka to train with, because she sees what Nabe's trying to do and is not giving it up easily. But Nabe gets her down now. Hip tosses her to the ground, right up against the cage. Nabe now on top of Arami against the cage. But Arami, she's trying to get back up, and Nabe is straddling her basically. Practically has her back now against the cage. She's got one hook in, and is kind of on the side of Arami. But Arami trying to stand back up. Arami gets back to her feet and is turning in. And now they're clinched again against the cage. A knee lands for Arami. I'll tell you what. I did not give Arami much hope in this fight, but she's holding her own here. She's better than holding her own. But Arami now has Nabe clinched against the cage, pushing her against the cage. But Nabe gets an underhook, gets double underhooks. Arami went for an ill-advised hip toss, but doesn't get it. Nabe goes to the back. Arami goes for like an Imanari roll, goes down for a leg lock. I don't think she's going to get it. She's trying to go for a knee bar here, it looks like. And there goes the end of the first round. This is a good fight. I mean, it's not the cleanest fight, but this is a good fight. I like this. This is a darn good one. This is so good. I gotta put on another tweet real quick. 7 people watching right now. We are live at Deep Jewels 33, live fight companion. We're in the middle of the flyweight bout between Yukari Nabe and Arami. In between rounds right now, they're about to start the second and final round. And Arami came in heavy underdog, but she is doing really well. I'm not sure if she's winning, but she's doing really well. Nabe coming out more aggressively now, lands a right hand and another. But Arami pushing back forward. Ooh, Arami has Nabe against the cage. Nabe kind of like fell backwards, tripped on her own feet there a little bit. Not a good look. Now she spins under, gets the back of Arami up against the cage. She's trying to just kind of bully Arami to the ground right now. Still has the back standing, or has a body lock, landing knees to the thighs of Arami. Yukari Nabe, she might be getting a little desperate here. Knows that first round might not have gone her way. So Yukari Nabe going for a double leg, picks Arami up, brings her down. Takedown City. Yukari Nabe now has Arami down and against the cage. Doesn't really have the legs trapped or anything though, so Arami trying to get back to her feet. Looks like she's going to. And she gets back to her feet. But she's not quite safe yet. Nabe still has her against her. She might try to go for another takedown from here. A couple knees to the thighs there land for Nabe. She's going to keep trying to get Arami down. So Yukari Nabe has an arm around the back of Arami, but Arami has that whizzer, and she's doing good to keep a hold of that. And it's allowing her to stay up. But Yukari Nabe still has Arami up against the cage. Looking to get her down, landing some knees. Arami manages to spin around. Now she takes control of the clinch, lands a big knee. Another knee lands for Arami. She's got to start working now, too. She's behind now. I would have her behind in this round. But Nabe manages to reverse position again. Arami looking to go for an arm in guillotine, possibly. Not sure how well that's going to work out for her. But it is at least a controlling position. But Nabe gets her head out. Trying to go around back again is Yukari Nabe. Doing some foot stomps there even. So Yukari Nabe, looks like Arami still has an arm around the head of Yukari Nabe. Trying to go for an arm in guillotine still. Oh, she pulls guard. Arami jumps guard. Holding Yukari Nabe, basically holding her up at this point. Doesn't really have the guillotine in. Arami comes back down from guard to her feet. Nabe ducks under, goes to the back, picks Arami up, and forces her to the ground. Yukari Nabe now has Mika Arami on the ground. Has her hands clasped around the body of Mika Arami. Mika Arai, though, up against the cage. Trying to get her inside arm free, her left arm free. That's the arm she's going to use to post up with to try to get back to her feet. And Mika Arai manages to get back to her feet, but Yukari Nabe still has that. Oh, Arami going for the knee bar again. She rolls for the knee bar. Not going to be able to get it, but she might be going for an ankle lock now. Mika Arai going for an ankle lock now. I don't know if that's I'm not as familiar with it. Might be a heel hook. I don't think she's going to get it, but it looks like she's still going for the knee bar too. She has the leg stretched out. Looks like got 10 seconds left in the second round. This is Arami's chance. She's got to stretch that leg out, but I don't think she's going to be able to. And that is the end of the second round. This one's going to the judges. And I got to say, Yukari Nabe, she was in control she had most of that second round. But I got to give credit to Mika Arai. She fought her heart out and went for the roll again. And went for the leg. Awesome fight between Rami fought her heart out. We're going to the judges. So Yukari Nabe gets the decision. But I'll tell you what, that was not the fight that she was probably planning, not the result, and definitely not what she was prepared for. Arami, Mika Arai, she lost that one, but I'll tell you what, her stock did not go down with that loss at all. If anything, it went up. And it's not like some fake, her stock went up like Nate Diaz. No, she did. She went in there, complete underdog, in a weight class she doesn't belong in, and fought very well against, someone she was the underdog to. So So Mika Arai moves to her record, or excuse me, Yukari Nabe moves to 10-3-1 as a pro. Mika Arai drops to 5-6. So we got 8 likes. I'm enjoying that. Thank you. Again, thank you to all who are tuning in to watch. They're going to the VTR for the, looks like the strawweight title bout between Miki Motono and Seika Izawa. Yep. Again, this is a rematch from December in a non-title bout where Izawa came out of nowhere basically and took a unanimous decision against Miki Motono. So while this VTR is running, I'm going to take a quick restroom break. I will be right back. All right, we are back. Sorry for that short break. Had an energy drink earlier, so I had to go and use the restroom. The challenger making her way into the cage right now. Oh, Phil Anderson has to go. Well, hey, Phil, thank you for tuning in, and I will send the DVD out to you on Monday. Congratulations. By the way, Phil Anderson won the remixed Women's World Fighting Championship one-night tournament DVD. The event took place back on December 5th of 2000. Phil answered the trivia question correctly. Actually, he and Judy V got it within, they answered within about a minute of each other, but I couldn't tell who was it because I had switched away. So they're both getting one because I can always order another. The question I had asked for the contest was Invicta FC1 was held on April 28th, 2012. However, the first all-women's MMA event was held 17 years earlier in 1995, and to name that event. And it was the Ladies Legend of Pro Wrestling Ultimate L1 Tournament. That was won, I believe, by Svetlana Goundarenko. Goundarenko, huge woman. Mountainous Russian lady. So still got some people watching. It is time for the strawweight championship co-main event. Between Miki Motono and Seika Izawa. As I mentioned earlier, this is a rematch from December where Izawa won in a non-tournament bout. Motono coming in at 5-2. She's the one making her way to the cage now. Izawa coming in at 2-0. Of course, they're both coming straight off that fight against each other. Motono, the elder fighter by 4 years, 27-23 for Izawa. And Motono is 1 inch taller, 5 feet 3 inch, 159 centimeters to Izawa's 5 feet 2 inch, 127 centimeters. And they both look tall. They both look much taller than they actually are. Izawa trains out of the Takamoto dojo. She's primarily a wrestler and judoka. And Miki Motono, you know, oddly enough, she trains out of AACC, the Aono Combat Club, a camp full of grapplers. And she prefers to keep it standing. So we're getting ready for the strawweight title fight. That's not Shigeru Seki, is it? Did he dye his hair? He might have. I don't think that's him though. That might be him. The president of Deep and Deep Jewels is a fairly portly man, Shigeru Seki. He's actually known as probably like the nicest guy in Japanese mixed martial arts. Miki Motono tweeting this out real quick. I gotta turn this volume down. I don't want to get in trouble. All right, so we're getting ready for the strawweight title bout is about to start. Referee's going to call him forward for the final instructions here. Got the stopwatch ready. Round one, Motono versus Izawa, strawweight title on the line. All right. Izawa in the yellow with blue trim. Motono in the white top with orange trim. Motono's right knee heavily taped. Izawa gets an early takedown. Now, I do know that Motono was injured, and that's why this fight didn't go down back in March. when it was meant to go down earlier. Izawa now basically north-south, mounted north-south on Motono. Motono manages to get back to her knees. Now on all fours, trying to stand up, but Izawa doing good, keeping her weight down on her. Motono eats a couple knees as she stands up, eating some more. But now she is on the outside of the clinch against the cage. For the most part, Izawa winning this battle of knees here. Motono trying to knee the thighs of Izawa. Izawa thought about going for a hip toss. Didn't like it. Still trying to land some knees against Motono. Motono trying to hold Izawa up against the cage here. Izawa reversing the position though. Working some dirty boxing in there against the cage. Landing some knees to the thighs of Motono. Izawa practically has the back of Motono. Oh, now she's basically has it now. Man, just to get Motono back down. Motono tried to stack up on her arm, but couldn't get it. Seika Izawa now basically quarter guard against Miki Motono. Now inside control of Miki Motono against the cage. Motono trying to use the cage to stack out of it. Just over 2 minutes into the first round of 3. Motono basically out. Ooh. What does Izawa have? She has something on Motono. Might be going for a Kimura here. I can't tell what Izawa has on her. But Motono staying calm. She is putting some punches to the back of the thigh of Izawa. Trying to regain position. Izawa looking like she's about to go for either Kimura or armbar. Probably an armbar from this position. She might have it. She might have it. If she can get it, she'll be belly down. She's going for the armbar, is Seika Izawa. Giving up on it now. She's still trying to wrench. They're in a weird position here. But, oh, Izawa gets it, stretches it out. Miki Motono taps. Miki Motono taps. Seika Izawa, your new Deep Jewels strawweight champion. Submission in the first round via armbar. Oh, thank God one of my picks went right. Well, I mean, my pick for Aono was right too, but. So Seika Izawa, your new Deep Jewels strawweight champion. Miki Motono losing it in the first defense. Takes the title from Motono first with an armbar. I believe that's the third armbar submission of this defense, of this event. Deep. Seika Izawa there with Shigeru Saki. I'm pretty sure it's him. With her red Jewels belt. Now that is actually the old design from when it was just Jewels instead of Deep Jewels. The Atomweight belt that they'll be getting tonight is part of the new white design. But Izawa actually gets extra stuff on behalf of the sponsors because of finishing that fight, which is pretty nice. All right, we got 5 people watching, so it is almost time for the main event of the evening. We just had the strawweight title bout where the challenger Seika Izawa defeated Miki Motono in the first round via armbar submission. We're going on to the main event, the final. Gotta turn this volume down. The final of the Deep Jewels Atomweight Grand Prix. Aono defeated Nisei in the semis to move on. So we got Aono taking on Saori Oshima, who defeated Shiyu Park in a rematch. Both ladies won their bout via first round armbar. However, Aono escaped her bout against Nisei with a lot less damage than Oshima absorbed against Park. So it should be a very good one. And the winner will not only be the Grand Prix winner, they'll also be the newly crowned Deep Jewels Atomweight champion. You know, one thing I like about this SPWN streaming service, if you like, you can buy tokens with money and then basically gift those tokens to the fighters or the fighters that you like. And yeah, basically help the fighters out by donating to them directly. So next time you want to watch one of these events, you can go ahead and buy these. I forget what they're called. The PAW, P-A-W, if you like, and you know, basically give a gift, monetary gift to the fighters. So we're going to the Grand Prix finals. So I'm going to go ahead and make a little tweet about this. Got 6 people watching. Thank you to everyone who tuned in tonight. Having a lot of fun. This final will be the last fight. I mean, I ordered the twofer. I ordered Deep 101 as well, but I'll catch it on the replay. But Aono making her way to the cage. Aono enters this fight with a pro record of 8-4. She is 28 years old. She stands 5 feet even, 152 centimeters tall. And coming off the win, of course, over Nisei Mizuki Yoshiro in the finals. Grand Prix final time. Saori Oshima. Hashtag Deep Jewels. Hashtag Deep Jewels 33. Now I gotta try to find this picture. 4 people watching. Saori Oshima making her way to the cage right now. Looking like a leopard from all the cupping treatments. Let me bring up her stats here real quick. Saori Oshima enters the cage with a new record of 5-2 as a pro. She is 26 years old. She stands 4 foot 11 inches, 149 centimeters tall. The shortest lady to have fought tonight in this event. Blue Dash would love to see the winner of this Grand Prix at Rizin or one in the future. Rizin needs more atomweight contenders anyway. Yeah, most likely the winner of this could possibly face Ayaka Hamasaki. If it's Oshima, it's scary. If had Park won the whole tournament, it would have made for a greater story because of the whole revenge thing from Ham beating Hamasaki. But yeah, I don't doubt that we'll see the winner of this event in Rizin at some point. Definitely. Just like that, we're down to only one. Lost some viewers. That's okay. Don't know why they would leave right before the main event. But there it is, the shiny new white and silver deep jewels belt. That is a pretty belt. I like it. Trying to keep the volume down low. I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. At the belt ceremony, they announced the fighters. Now time for the final referee instructions. This is apparently only 2 rounds. Normally, the title fights are 3 rounds in Deep Jewels, but I guess because this was like the second time they're fighting a night, this is only going to be 2. I'm not a fan of this. This makes me angrier than anything. The fact that this is only 2 rounds, because I really would rather not see. Hopefully, this goes to a finish. I'd rather not see this go to like a must decision. Aono gets an early takedown against Oshima. Oshima getting back to half guard, about to regain guard here, but Aono about to take the back, but Oshima scrambling. Aono still about to take the back of Oshima, but Oshima, no, I think she's about out of trouble here. Might even manage to get Aono into the scarf hold. In fact, yeah, Aono with Oshima with a reversal of fortune now has Oshima trapped in the scarf hold and she's going for a key lock submission from the scarf hold. Oshima has Aono firmly trapped. Oh, she gets out. Aono now reversed and is now in the guard of Saori Oshima. This fight is moving fast, exactly what you would expect from an atomweight bout. Looks like Aono might be into the half guard, or even, half guard of Oshima. No, she's in the guard. Oshima closing the guard up now. Looks like she might be trying to go for a guillotine from here. Oshima trying to lock in a guillotine. Saori Oshima does not stop going for a finish on the ground. I was cheering for Shiyu Park to win this Grand Prix, but I'd love to see Oshima win it as well because she is a finisher. Much more even than, I'd say she's definitely more of a finisher than Aono. Oshima rolling now, trying to go for a leg of Hikaru Aono. Looking like trying to go for a knee bar here. Trying to roll with it, trying to extend it, but can't get it. Now she's going to give up side control here to Hikaru Aono. Oshima trying to get back to half guard. Oh, she gets a reversal. Now she's on top of Hikaru Aono. Oshima with a reversal. Now in the half guard of Hikaru Aono. She's going to, looks like she's about to go for a Kimura possibly. But Oshima on top in half guard. Trying to get her balance here. But Aono trying to escape out the side. Oshima's got to be very careful. Oshima moves now to side control. It looks like she's about to lock up that Kimura, which has a Japanese name. I'm not sure of it. But she gives up the Kimura, still inside control. But Aono moves back to half guard. Saori Oshima not done yet. Saori Oshima lands a couple punches on top, from on top. Aono still trying to work the scramble. Oshima with the double wrist lock. Rolls Aono back over. Still has it. She's going for an armbar now. Or no, she has her in the head scissors. But gives up the head scissors. Oshima still on top. Landing some short, choppy punches to the head of Hikaru Aono. This is an exciting title fight so far. Very scrambly. Saori Oshima going for another leg lock. They're both going for leg locks. Oshima has a toe hold, looks like. Aono trying to roll with it for an ankle lock. Both are fighting for these submissions, these leg locks. This is non-stop action. About 30 seconds left in the first round. Probably a little less than 20 seconds left. Both are still rolling for these leg locks. 10 seconds left. I'm a little off on my stopwatch. Last couple seconds. And there goes the end of the first round. Both ladies looking a little tired there. Both ladies were nonstop. Oshima constantly hunting for that finish. And Hikaru Aono largely on the defense for a lot of that, but still threatening to finish with the leg lock at the end of the first. So referee reminding them we're about to go into the second round. Both fighters getting instructions in their corner. Hikaru Aono, her boyfriend, I believe, is in her corner, and he fought in Ryzen. He actually fought back in, I think on New Year's Eve, maybe? I can't remember. I remember he won. Round two. Start of the second round. Both fighters take the center. Low kick lands for Aono, but Oshima hits a right. Aono goes for a takedown on Oshima, but Oshima immediately rolls for a leg. Both fighters picking up where they left off in the second round, both going for these leg locks. Who will get it? Who will get it here? Both are going hard for a finish. Neither of them wants to go to the judges. Aono looking like she's about to give up on the leg lock and try to roll over to take top, but Oshima keeping her off. Oshima not giving up on his. Nope, now she's going to have to give up. Might even end up giving up positional control here. Both fighters are in a battle for positional control. Aono about to take top, but I don't know. Okay, so Hikaru Aono temporarily giving up position, almost gives up her back. But Oshima rolls with her, gets Hikaru Aono's back to the mat. Oshima in the half guard of Aono has a double wrist lock, but Aono is not going to want to give it up, so Oshima has to basically resort to punching the body, but Oshima gives up that double wrist lock. Firmly inside control now is Saori Oshima. And Aono trying to block the punches from top of Saori Oshima. But Oshima has Aono's back to the mat. Aono looked like she was going to go for a sweep for a second there, but had to give up on it. Excuse me. So Oshima still inside control of Hikaru Aono. It is just under halfway through the second round of this championship match. Aono trying hard to roll Oshima off of her, but Oshima has much better balance. Aono landing some punches when she can from top, but also struggling to keep Aono down. But right now, ooh, almost crucifix. Almost had a crucifix, did Oshima. But Oshima still in side control, landing some short punches. And with a minute 45 left, Hikaru Aono has got to get to work. She's got to get out of this position. She has got to get to work. She has to gas herself out to get out of this position. That's what she's got to do. Saori Oshima about to trap the arm there under the leg. She almost has a crucifix. Oh, Aono tried hard to get out, but now basically a crucifix now for Oshima. But, ooh, Aono has the right arm of Saori Oshima trapped, but she gets it back out. But in the meantime, Hikaru Aono able to regain half guard. That's a good start. She's got just over a minute left to work. But looks like Oshima is going to try to improve position from here. But Saori Oshima firmly in half guard on top of Hikaru Aono. 35 seconds left. She is on her way to becoming a two-weight champion. That's right. Saori Oshima is the current deep microweight champion. She's about to become a two-weight champion. Five seconds left. And that is the bell. This fight is over. This championship bout and Grand Prix final bout has come to an end. So they're going to the judges. But I don't have a doubt as to how this is going to go. Hikaru Aono looks pretty disappointed. Saori Oshima is waiting for the result. But she should be pretty confident it's going to go her way. All right, we're going to the decision. Oshima, Oshima, Oshima. That's right. They have 5 judges for their 5 judges for these championship bouts, and all 5 went to Oshima for your winner and new Deep Jewels Atomweight champion and Grand Prix champion. So Oshima not only gets a nice trophy, she gets a the new belt, the new trophy. She still has her old her deep red belt from being deep microweight champion. So that is it. Saori Oshima is your Deep Jewels Atomweight Grand Prix winner and new Deep Jewels Atomweight champion and 2-weight champion. She's a microweight and atomweight champion. Microweight champion of Deep, atomweight champion of Deep Jewels. She's being handed all of these goofy sponsor cards and everything to hold up. Got to get those sponsor cards in there, you know, on the camera. They pay money, so got to get them in there. Congratulations to Saori Oshima. You know, I'll admit I wanted Chiyu Park to win. I thought she would be a shoe-in to, you know, get promoted to Ryzen. And yeah, but I'm glad since Oshima beat her, I'm glad Oshima got the win there. You know, she's a mom. She's got 2 little twins. I'm surprised they haven't been brought into the ring yet, but so congrats to Saori Oshima and congrats to new strawweight champion as well, Seika Izawa. So that is basically it for the stream. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. Yeah, Oshima's only 26. Thought she was a good prospect. Yeah. And tiny. Very small for the atomweight division, too. Yeah, 4'11", which honestly, that's about the same size as Alicia Zapatella. The here come the twins. Aw. Alicia Zapatella, the Invicta Atomweight champion. So, one twin goes, ooh, shiny. These little girls are cracking me up. They're trying to get them both in for a picture. And, and one is like, no, I got my shiny. I want to take a picture. Oh, now she goes. The other one's looking clueless, though. That's so cute. All right, so that is it for the stream. I got to go to bed. I got to work at 6 a.m. and it's 1:15. So thank you to everyone who tuned in. Congrats to all the winners in the fights tonight. Hime, Juicy, Oshima, Aono, Izawa, Nabe, Takebayashi. That's everyone. And congrats again to Saori Oshima, the tournament winner. Also congrats to Phil Anderson and Judy V, the winners of the DVD contest. They were so close together when they answered. I just said, you know what? I'm going to declare them both winners. Shout out to the Blue Dash, Judy V, Phil Anderson. Anyone else? the brother man, everyone that took part. And you know what? Thank you to everyone who watched as well. Please remember to give the stream a like. Hopefully it'll get some replays. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below if you're watching on a replay. And while you're at it, go ahead, subscribe to WMMA Now, the most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Tomorrow we will be concluding International Atomweight Month. I've got plans to do a blast from the past featuring one of the original Atomweight queens, or princesses rather. Should give you a clue on what it's going to be about. Anyway, thank you to everyone for watching. Have a good night.